Hey guys, so I watched the film The Big Short over the weekend. It's been 9 years, I think, since I last saw it. And whoa, what a fabulous movie. But something struck me about how much the central characters resembled, well, me. No, this is not about me, I promise you. But I did cross paths with some of these guys, and I certainly lived through that drama. It's more about how the film depicts these kooks, these cranks, these nutters, these really weird people, not your average hedge funds. Because there are moments when the psychonauts, as I like to call us, when we see a glimmer of the future. These are revelations, mostly shocking. We see bad things, we see dead people. Of course, we're early, we're ridiculed, we're scrutinized, we're mocked for the minority view, because fast, powerful price trends, they make ordinary souls rich. Their hot hands convince them that they're geniuses, but they're not. And you know what? Today it feels something similar. Stocks and the concentration around the Mag 7, those massive tech giants, they're like the housing bubble in 2006. People scoffed. Remember that scene? Where was it? Vegas, the Vegas convention of mortgage brokers. Who would short housing? Today, who would not be long Nvidia? Right now, the world it's short treasuries and it's long everything else. Let's face it, you can't pump the value of 7 stocks to 50% of American GDP without a lot of energy and money. Think of it like Elon sending a ton of weight to Mars. He needs $1 billion per ton and 1 million tons to build a city on Mars. That's a cool $250 billion. On a similar basis, you need a hell of a lot of thrust and a hell of a lot of money to keep these markets supersonic. I keep saying that peculiarities from the plumbing of the $13 trillion US mortgage market turned the huge banks into sellers of treasuries. But that's a topic for another time. What I really want to point out is that everyone else joined this trade. It's essentially the synthetic CDO phenomena from another era that proved so devastating back in 2007. Japanese banks, US banks, hedge funds, pension funds, your money, retail, they're effectively been selling treasuries short. This is the energy, the propulsion, the force equals mass times acceleration. This is the energy that enabled the mass, the boosterism of US stocks to 2 times GDP. But that mass needs more and more energy to be sustained. Without it, acceleration, the price gains, they start to falter. There are evident signs of price deceleration today. Have the thrusters stalled since late summer? Remember, US house prices peaked back in late 2005, but the force, the belief system kept investors running over the cliff like crazy wild old coyote in those old cartoons. The travails, the sell-off in the yen, that swoon in the Nikkei, the sudden outperformance of boring old utilities and staple stocks. These are indicative of just how enormous these synthetic bets are and how they're coming under pressure. Japanese banks shorted treasuries and they funded every global bull market. They pledged their yen deposits as collateral. But today I can feel a margin call on the horizon. It's subtle, but it's evident to the attentive. Banking counterparties worldwide are becoming more reluctant to supply dollars to feed this trade structure. Why do I know this? It's easy, because the dollar is now rising. And sure, US stocks are back at their all-time highs. But people, I am not here to suggest that you short stocks. Remember, hedge fund managers are rarely heroes depicted in movies. They're calculated gamblers. But what I'm saying is, it's time for sober reflection, to reduce risk, to depart the stadium before the stampede begins. People, this is asset capitalism. The relative strength of all the hot sectors is waning. Yes, the banks are reporting blowout earnings. Of course they are. Remember, they did this back in 2006, first half 2007. But with so much mass, so much capitalization, the trading of these stocks is a bonanza. Until it's not. Remember Wells Fargo, big US bank, made an all-time high right before Lehman's went bust. And today it trades only 30% higher than those levels from 16 years ago. Asset capitalism, people, is derived from kookiness. But it comes with a warning to save your soul before it's too late. Stay informed, people. Stay ahead. Keep taking some acid capitalism.